Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope we have been having a lovely week. Yeah, this week has actually been interesting. Welcome to this morning's market review. I'm going to be our pilot for today's MMR. My name remains Akonde Olakomi Joshua, aka Josh FX. Welcome to this morning's market review. Yes. All right, so can see some of us, so I'm going to be acknowledging us now. Good morning, Ajaguna Buluatife. Good morning, Anael Ben. Good morning, Anthony Albert Blanchak. Yeah. Good morning, Brown Akiola. Good morning, Chinedu. Good morning, Iremi. Good morning, Epemski. Good morning, James. Good morning, Jeff Dollar. Right. Good morning, Kenny. Good morning, Madu Timothy. Good morning, Manji Jonathan. Good morning, Moses. Good morning, Nathaniel Amadi. Good morning, Obadele Adewale. Good morning, Olariwaju Benga. Good morning, Philip Ebun Ulua. Good morning, Precious XXX. Okay. Good morning, Sunday Joshua. Good morning, Tolu Olusanya. Yes, good morning. Okay, I can see. Yeah, so pretty much Patience and Mark Angeline, good morning. Then I can see Olarwaju Benga. Yes, good morning to everybody. Now, to those just joining us and didn't hear me calling their name, good morning to you too. I acknowledge every one of us. I acknowledge every one of us. So to be on the same page, please and please, I would like one or two people to come to the chat section and just drop it loud and clear. So I'll know you can hear me loud and clear from your end. Yes. So if you can hear me loud and clear from your end, please just drop it on the chat section for me to acknowledge that you can hear me loud and clear, please. So let's I'll just to be fast with that. All right. Thank you very much. Brown Akiola is saying loud and clear. Okay. I can see BGV is also saying loud and clear. Kenny is saying good morning, sir, loud and clear. Epemski is also saying good morning, sir, loud and clear. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that from you all. Good morning to everybody once again. And all right, so we're going to be kicking off right away. So if you're unable to hear me clearly from your own end, it means the issue is not from my end. So I would like you to switch off your device, on it again, or you change your location, you understand? So that could help you better to hear me loud and clear. So with that being said, we'll move into the real deal now. Thank you. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with us right away. So, and I believe, hopefully you're able to see everything from your own end. I'm doing that now. All right. So yes, I believe everybody should be able to see my screen now from their end. So first thing first, like we all know, we're going to start with fundamentals, talk about fundamentals, and we all know what fundamentals is all about when we talk about news. We say it, the reaction of the market towards an information that's been disseminated, and we've discovered that for like over a month or two now, the market has actually been moving fundamentally. The truth is, we cannot do away with fundamentals too, you understand? Well, very, very important because you can't sideline it, you understand? And the same way you can't do away with fundamentals, that's the same way you can't do away with technicals, you understand? Just that, fundamentals, once in a while, once it comes, it goes, then technical is the main thing that is on ground, and we'll work with that. So for fundamentals, we'll look at the news we have for today and the ones that have gone. So for today, we have news coming out on JPY. In fact, it's been released. It came out by 12:30 a.m. this morning. That's the Tokyo Core CPI year to year, and it came out negative for JPY. And yeah, that's a medium impact news, and we all know that it's going to also have its own impact. And like you can see on the actual, came out negative. You understand? So it means the information was not good for the Japanese economy. And this morning, 8 on the dot, we also have this Spanish flash CPI year to year, came out green, which means the information is good for euros, and it's 2.2 coming out green. And if you look at the chart, you also see a reaction on it, even though, yes, like we all know that as of now, this morning, euros is also gaining more strength. And if you look at instrument paired with euros, let's take, for instance, Euro USD, we should be expecting that currency to buy. Basically, by the time we start our technicals, we all know Euro USD is the fourth instrument I'll be looking at. So look at the reaction of that particular news on euros. We'll see how strong it is and how fast it's moving. But like we can see, it's a medium impact news. It's also going to move the market, but in its own way. Then by 1:30, we have the GDP news coming out month to month. That's the gross domestic product for Canadian dollars. Then we have the core PEC price index month to month. That's going to be coming out by 1:30, so we can also fold our hands and wait to see what is going to happen by 1:30. And like we all know, nobody knows the direction of the news. You understand? Nobody knows which direction it's going to go. Maybe it's going to be tilting upwards or down. So wait till exactly 1:30 before we can place our trade, depending on the instrument that is being paired with this particular symbols or instrument that will be coming out, like CAD. Now we could decide to do CAD JPY or USD CAD or GBP CAD, Euro CAD, CAD CHF, you understand? Depending on which instrument you're pairing it with, and the actual will also determine how the market will move. Then by 3 p.m., we also have news coming out on the revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So that's going to be all for today based on news, except like we all know, the president of US could also drop some important and vital information, just like he has been doing for days now, and which has been affecting the market for a while, you understand, which has been affecting the market for a while. We go, in fact, maybe by the time we're looking at this market technically, we're going to be seeing some movement that has been happening in the market, which actually has been affected by the statements and the little war that has gone on, or the little misunderstanding that has gone on between Israel and Iran. And currently, we're also saying that the market is also reacting based on the latest information that they've ceased fire, you understand? So the market too will react. You see some other reactions based on what we're seeing. So these are all the major news that is coming out today. So let's look at the market technically now. Let's look at the market technically. So for this time for the news, let's note it down. You understand? Let's note it down. So I'll be sharing my screen now. We'll go to the chart technically and see what it will be happening. Okay. All right. Okay. So right, with us. Okay. So this is it. This is on Euro USD. Okay, first thing first, I think I should open the currency strength meter. Let's look at it. Let's see what is showing on currency strength meter. Let's see. Yes, currency strength meter. So for those that want to have this site, so you can just go to your Chrome, just go to currencystrengthmeter.org, currencystrengthmeter.org. You're going to see this. Once it appears like this, you always come anytime you want to check it, once as far as you've run it on your browser, just come to this refresh button here, and it refreshes and gives you the latest update. So based on what we are saying, we can still see that, okay, the strongest of all instruments this morning is NZD, followed by AUD CAD, and you can also see it's also indicating that the currency is still gaining more strength. That's why you're seeing the green arrow on that particular instrument, followed by euros. Then we have GBP and CAD on the same strength, while the weakest of all the instruments this morning is, okay, before that, we can say CHF and USD are next. Then the weakest of them all is JPY. And reason for saying JPY is because you can see that JPY is on the last, like USD and CHF, but has the red arrow indicating on it dropping, showing that JPY is dropping strength. You understand? JPY is dropping strength. And currently, if you go to, once we get to the chart, we're going to see that that on the chart, the market will be reacting based on this information. So anytime you come to currencystrengthmeter.org and you want to get the latest information, just refresh it. Once you refresh it, it gives you the latest information. Like you can see now, I just refreshed it and it's also showing that Canadian dollar is dropping strength, and that's why you're seeing the red arrow on card. All right. Okay, so let's go back to the chart now so we'll see what is happening technically. Okay. Okay, so Immaculate, you're saying, does the president make speech aside the ones shown by factory, Forex Factory? Yes, once in a while you might have breaking information, breaking news, you understand? Now, once you have breaking news, it's not part of the news of the day that you are expecting, but it's just coming in as a shock. So that's when and most of the time when you see that instantly there will be reactions in the market. You understand? You have an instant reaction in the market. Yeah, it begins to move up or down with full volatility. You understand? So yes, once in a while you have that. So once you see that breaking news or you see the market moving and you're unable to explain, one of the things I'll just advise you is go to forexfactory.com. Once you click on it, you will see it there if there's a breaking news. If there's any information coming out from the president, you see it there to be released, and you see it on, in fact, it's going to be showing on the landing page or the home page. You see it there, first thing first, okay? All right, so that's that. Coming back to Euro USD now, based on what we're seeing as of this morning, yeah, the news came out positive for it, and we can see the reaction is showing the candle on currently based on what we're seeing on candle zero, that the market is bullish for it. What the strength is really not there, quite all right. And part of the reasons is because if you look at it, it's close to a zone. It's close to a zone. Like we can see here, this is a resistance zone. You understand? Resistance zone are also known as supply zone. So surely, because it's close to this zone, we would have the market having issues, except if the news is able to break above this section successfully. And yeah, once in a while, you know, fundamentals can just go there and reverse back and all that. So looking at the market technically now, let's see it from the higher time frame. Let's know the trend of this market on Euro USD. And based on what we're seeing from the weekly time frame, look at it on weekly time frame. We've seen that for a while now, price has been going up. It's been moving up. Okay, starting from monthly time frame, it's been coming up. Yes, this is one point, and we're expecting it to still push up. Okay, so monthly time frame, this is another zone up here that price might likely get to if it's able to break above this end. You understand? This is on monthly time frame. Then the weekly time frame too. Yes, price is pushing up. Daily time frame, price is still giving us that bullish movement. 4 hours time frame, exactly. But you can see that price is struggling around that point now. 1 hour, the same deal. So this is it. Very simple. Since price has given us, has shown it to us that it has gotten to a particular junction where it's having issues now. What are we expecting? We're waiting for price to break above this part. Even if you want to go for that bullish movement, let price go above, break above this section that has been marked out for us successfully. Another interesting thing I want us to understand is this: if price is able to break above it, one other thing that we can give us that full information that, okay, price will continue moving up is let there be a retest. If there's a retest and price is unable to break back into the former zone, it gets back to that point, because currently this zone is a resistance. So once price breaks above this zone now successfully and closes above this section, it becomes support. Now, price retesting the support zone and trying to break back and is unable to break back and closes at that particular zone, that point, support, then that's a good indication that price wants to go up. At that point, you can go for your buy and we expect that bullish move. You understand? So based on what we're seeing here, we're expecting price to push up. So if price is going to break above this section, once it closes above this section, we should expect that bullish move. But if that is not happening that way, then price could reverse back down. You understand? It could come back down to around this point, but hopefully we're expecting price is able to break above this point. You understand? And based on what we're seeing on the currency strength meter, it shows that dollars is weak. So let's hope and see. If euros is able to gain more strength, yes, it's going to break above this section and push up. So that's on Euro USD. So we'll move to the next instrument now, which is USD JPY. Let's look at USD JPY. Okay, so on USD JPY, over time, we've seen what has been happening on USD JPY. Let's look at it from behind, you see price has been dropping. At a point it went up, then after that dropped a little, pull up to the upside, now drop. And we can see based on what we are seeing as of this morning on USD JPY, it's not really giving us that strong move. It's just in between some points. Can you see? And yes, remember when we checked on the currency strength meter, it was showing us that JPY was also dropping strength. And that's why you're seeing that reaction, because yes, the dollars is also weak, but you can see the reaction on USD JPY. JPY is actually losing strength. That's why you're seeing that bullish candle on candle zero. But if we are to look at it technically, it's been moving between 2 points. It's more or less like it's ranging between these 2 points. So we are to hold on for this market. When you see a ranging market, you understand, it's regarded as a correction zone. Ranging markets are regarded as correction zones. So what we need to do is to hold on. In fact, permit me to use this word. What you need to do is what? Take a chill pill. You understand? You wait for it. Wait for the market to break out of the zones, either to the upside or downside. Then you follow the direction. If that does not happen, you're not meant to do anything. You understand? So what are we doing here now? We are waiting. Let's wait. Wait for that market to break out of that zones, either to the upside or downside. Then we what? We follow. And when we mean we should wait for it to break, we mean allow it to close outside that zone. The two zones we are saying here, this is the resistance zone and this is the support zone. Wait for price to break outside it. When I mean break outside, close outside the two zones, then we'll follow. If it closes above, then we'll go for that buy. If it closes below, we go for that sell. That's the way it is. You understand? But please and please do not forget that there's also another zone here in respective of that this point here. So yes, we are not to look at all the zones and just turn a blind eyes to it and everything. That price is close to a zone. We should also know that price is going to react to the zones. And one of the things that I've known in my years of trading is this: currencies respect zones. Currencies expect zones. So for that reason, whenever it comes to currencies, let's put it at the back of our mind that when price is getting to a zone on currencies, it will surely react, except if otherwise. And in such cases, you always discover that there's always a news backing it up. And that's why you just see price will just go above a particular zone without having any issue. Okay. Okay. Immaculate, you're saying, please, sir, what is the directional movement or USD JPY on the higher time frame? Based on what you've seen, where is it tilting on USD JPY? Look at it. Price has been dropping. On H4, can you see it? On D1 too, it's showing that price is dropping. Okay, I'm trying to look at it. Okay, weekly time frame now. On my weekly time frame, look at it. Price has dropped for a while. It's just a little. Now, price dropped to this particular zone here. Hold on. Okay, so this on my weekly time frame, this is the support zone here. Price has actually dropped down to that point, and price is still trying to push back, because at the support zone, you discover that all the time price got to that support zone on the weekly time frame, it got rejected. You understand? Price is respecting the zone. So what are we expecting? Is price going to break below it? If price is able to break below this zone now, that's the support zone, then we should expect price to keep on selling. But apart from that, nothing else. And as of now, based on what we are seeing on the 1 hour time frame, price is ranging. So we wait. Let it give us a direction. On the higher time frame, price has shown us that it's dropped. You understand? Price has been pushing down on the higher time frame. So that's what it's doing. I believe I've answered your question, Mr. Immaculate. All right. So let's move to GBP USD. GBP USD. So on GBP USD, you also discover that price has been moving up. Look at what we're seeing. And as of this morning too, basically you see on GBP USD, price is also ranging. Yes, it's ranging. Bringing it out for us to see. Hold on. Okay. Yes, this is one. And this is the second point. So price has just been moving between these 2 points. It's moving. If you look at it, when we say the market is ranging, Basically, it means the market is moving sideways. It's moving sideways. It's not giving you a definite direction. It's just going between 2 points, up and down, up and down. That's what the market is actually doing now. It's moving sideways. So we have to hold on for this market price to give us a direction. If you look at it on H4, it has gone up for a while and now it's just ranging. Yes, D1 to the same thing. It's been more of a bullish move, you understand? Look at it for a long time, even on the daily time frame, it's been giving us that higher trend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and the likes. You understand? So what are we seeing now on our 1 hour time frame? Price is ranging. So we are meant to what? Wait for the market price to give us a direction. Then we what? We follow. If it doesn't give you that direction, you hold on. You hold on. You understand? You hold on and wait for market price to give you a definite direction. Then you take it. So that's that on GBP USD. Okay, so let's look at USD CHF. Wow. So basically on USD CHF, you know, just like we've seen on other instruments like USD JPY, USD CHF too is also showing us that price of USD has been weak. You understand? That's why we are seeing it. Price has dropped down for a while. This is on my 4 hour time frame. And if you look at it, price came down, did a little pullback up. After that, broke that particular section. This is it on my 4 hours. Can you see? Broke it and now it's down again to another new zone. This is on 4 hours. You see? So what are we expecting? Basically on 4 hours, if we look at it now, if I look at it on 1 hour time frame, you see it has given us that ranging movement here, which is what we are seeing. It's been sideways, you understand, moving sideways between these points. You understand? So we are going to hold on for it to break above this section. If it breaks above this particular zone now, successfully, we can go for that bullish move. But if that is not the case, we could have price still moving in between these two zones, like we've seen coming. We could have price moving in between these two zones for a while. You understand? But if price is able to break above these two sections or below it successfully, then we can take that direction. You understand? But currently, like we are seeing, or we've seen on the currency strength meter, dollars is weak, and that's why we are having this. But once one of these particular pair gains strength, now we're going to see it. If CHF, that's the Switzerland franc, should gain strength now, you discover that USD CHF is going to be pushing down. You understand? But if the dollars gain strength, you see a reversal back up to the upside. You understand? Start pushing up. So let's see. Is on candle zero is showing that price is now bullish a little bit. Yes. So is it going to push above this point and break above it? If it's able to break above this particular zone that has been marked out for us here now, we should expect a bullish move. But if that is not the case, then we could have price dancing in between those points for a while. Okay. So let's look at the next instrument, which is USD CAD. USD CAD. Okay, so we're looking at USD CAD now for a while too. USD CAD has also been dropping. It's been dropping strength for a while. USD CAD price has been going down, and as of this morning, this is where we're having it. This is that bearish support zone. So at this zone now, we could have price still pushing down if it's able to break below this point successfully, where has been mapped out for us. If price should break below this point successfully, yes, we could have that bearish move. But as far as that is unable to happen, or that does not happen, we could have that bullish move. But at the same time, we're also seeing that price is just moving sideways here too. You understand? Based on it, I think based on what we've seen on most of these USD pair, all the pairs with USD, they've been moving sideways. Let's see, from Euro USD, USD JPY, GBP USD, USD CHF, they've all been giving us that sideways movement, sideways push and everything. So it means we're just waiting for that market to give us a direction. Once it gives us the direction, then we hit. And please, I'll also advise you, hit the nail while it's hot. Hit the metal while it's hot, not when it's cold, you understand? So once it gives us that direction, we take it immediately. You understand? Okay? AUD USD, yes, it's been pushing up. Currently, is also what? Giving us that ranging move, dry ranging move, and everything. That's just it. Let me mark out the zones for us so we'll be able to see it clearly. You understand? So what we'll just look out for is the market to break out of these zones. Once it's able to do that, then we can easily pick our direction. Can you see price has been getting to, it's been unable to break those particular points, the 2 points that is ranging in between. So are we expecting it to break below? Yes, if it's able to break below this point, it means successfully it's going to go down. But if that does not happen, no. So as far as price is dancing, we need to what? Wait. We need to wait. This is not the best time of doing them. I'm going to buy and I'm going to sell at the same time. So if it does not give me profit for buy, it will give me profit for sell. No, if you do that, you'll be shocked that on both sides, both the buy and the sell, you're going to lose. So best in best is what? Wait. You understand? Best in best is to wait. You understand? Just be patient enough for the market to give you directions. You understand? All right. So thank you very much. Let's look at the next instrument. I'll pick one more currencies, then we move. Let's look at GBP JPY. GBP JPY. GBP JPY. Okay. So looking at GBP JPY now. Coming. Yeah, let me zoom out a little. So yes, GBP JPY. This is GBP JPY based on what we're seeing. Let me zoom it out completely so we'll see. All right. So if you look at GBP JPY based on what we're seeing on 1 hour, what is the trend? The trend has been bullish, even though it's been moving quietly. In fact, let me pick it from this point so we'll see. Can we see? It's just been moving that quiet, bullish, been giving us that quiet, bullish movement. It's not really rushing anyway. It's just taking it slow and steady. It's been giving us that bullish move. So if I'm going to follow based on what I'm seeing on this 1 hour time frame, based on this move, I will say yes, price is bullish. Let's look at it on 4 hours too. 4 hours is also doing the same thing. D1, that's the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame from a very long time. Yeah, price is actually going up because at a point it got to a particular high, and after that high, which is this point, there was a pullback. Now it's giving us that bullish move again. Okay, weekly time frame. Let's see. It's also giving us that same vibes. It's giving us that bullish move. All right. So I want to believe even on the monthly too, it should be the same thing. It should be the same thing. So let's come back to the chart on 4 hours time frame. Let's see. Yes, I'm with us here. So now on the higher time frame, based on what we are seeing, we can see that price is actually close to a zone. Can we see it? And on 1 hour, let's look at it based on what we're seeing on 1 hour. Yes, price is actually close to that zone, but you see there's going to be distance between it. On 1 hour, the distance is actually there. So, but on 4 hours, look at where the zone is on 4 hours. So one of the things we need to understand is we need to look at these zones. This is for 4 hours, but if you're looking at it based on 1 hour, you understand? So let's not cut out all those zones. What are we waiting for now? We're expecting price of GBP to go up. Yes, I'm expecting that bullish move on GBP JPY based on what I'm seeing, based on the trend. You understand? But if I'm going to go for that bullish move, price has to break above this point successfully. Price has to break above that point successfully for me. If price is able to do that, then I'll follow. But if that does not happen, we could have a pullback. You understand? Because price has been going up for a while, then we could have that pullback around this point. There could be a reversal back to the downside. And we can see that price is actually struggling around that zone. Price is struggling around that zone. That's why you're seeing price is having issues here. But once price is able to break and close above this particular section successfully now, we're going to see that price of GBP JPY will push up. And yes, as of this morning, JPY is still weak. So let's look at it. Let's see. Are we expecting price to push up? Based on my own bias, based on what I'm seeing on the trend, GBP JPY, I'm expecting a bullish move. But that's my own bias. But before we can say, yes, it's going to move that way, let it meet our requirement, which is what, or our target, which is what, breaking above this zone. If it's able to do that successfully, then we go for that bullish move. That's that. We're done with currencies for now. So we're going to move to commodities. So once we're done with commodities, we'll move to indices. And after which I'll give us the opportunity to also request Or any instrument you want us to analyze, to look at and give our own opinion on it, and let's see how it's going to move. Okay, so let's start with gold. Looking at gold. So gold has been an interesting instrument, and like we can see for a while now, gold has actually been dropping. It's been going down. You can see even I drew this down. It's been a while now. Look at it. The trend is just been giving us that lower low, lower low, and everything. As of this morning, price of gold is around $3,288 dollars ounce. Yeah, $3,288,000. So you understand, per ounce or something like that. Let's see. So yes, look at it. Price is dropping. Are we still expecting the price of gold to go down? The truth is, if I'm to follow based on what the market is doing, I'll say yes, I expect it to still drop. I'm expecting the price of gold to still drop. That's my own take, my own bias. I'm expecting it to drop. In fact, I'll say I'm expecting it to drop to 3,000. That's my own bias anyway. That's my own bias. And we can see price has been dropping and dropping massively. But even if you're going to sell, let it give you that cool signal before you go. Let it give you that good signal before you go. Don't rush into it, because currently price is at a demand zone. Price is at a demand zone. Close. Yes. So one of the things we need to do is, okay, so this is one point. This is another point here that we're seeing. So if price is able to break below this particular section successfully, we could have price still pushing back down to this point. This is on 4 hours. We could have price coming down as low as this point. You understand? Yes, we could have price still coming down as low as this point. And this, okay, so this is on 4 hours. Okay, yes. So if we look at it, based on what we're seeing on daily time frame, and looking at the candle, in fact, the candle is just so strong. Basically on the candle zero, we can see the way it's coming down. Let me zoom in further so we see. Can we see it? So in fact, let me make it clearer for us to see. Okay, so fine. This is it. On the daily time frame, price could get as low as this point. You understand? So let's just say, based on my bias, I should be expecting price to get as low as, like I said, 3,000. Then maybe around that point, price could start reversing back to the upside. But from what we've seen, since price got to 3,005, it's not been able to go above that point. Price has not been able to go above that particular point. So we're expecting price to do what? Have a pushback to the downside. And one of the things I want us to understand is this: whatever goes up will surely come down, and whatever goes down will surely go back up. So my bias on gold is bearish. That's my take on gold. All right, so let's move to oil. Let's move to oil. All right, so we're on oil now. Now you can see for a while now, based on what we've seen in the market reacted to the airstrikes from Israel to Iran, US to Iran, US destroying the nuclear plants of Iran. And that was what battered this whole gap in you're seeing here. And after that, price began to drop. You understand? Now, these particular candles you're seeing, the strength you're seeing in coming down, was a speech made by the US president, still talking about bringing the price of oil down. And after that, we saw the way price did. Price went all the way down, and got as low as now currently, what's the price of oil? Let's see. Currently, what we are seeing is $68.45 per barrel. You understand? That's what we're seeing now, $68.45 per barrel. And if you're looking at it, price of oil currently is ranging. Can see that it's been ranging for a while. It's just been moving and it's so tight. It's just ranging. So what is my own bias on oil? I'm expecting the price to push back up. In fact, let's go. Let me show something. I'll just show us the headline, then come back. Let's go to this news. Where is it? Okay, I think I'm here. So we'll see it. You know, like I said, we cannot do without news. So look at it. It says oil rises, US dollar stalls as risk appetite build. You understand? So currently, I am expecting the price of oil to rise. You understand? For if you want to read it further, you can go to forexfactory.com, click on it to read the news better. But yes, I'm expecting the price of oil to push back to the upside, you understand, to cover for all this massive drop, even if price of oil is going to go down, because currently one of the things I know around, or based on what we've seen around the world, is there's crude now in excess. And if we are having crude in excess, we should expect the price to drop. You understand? So even if it's going to drop, we could still have price pushing back to the upside for a while. You understand? Then there will be a reversal back to the downside. So that's that on oil. So oil is ranging now. Let's just hold on, wait for it to give us that bullish move. Once it gives us that bullish move, then we take it. We'll go for that buy. We go for that buy on oil. So for me, I, for one, based on my bias, I am expecting a bullish move. I am expecting a bullish move on oil. That's my bias on oil. You understand? Okay. All right. So let's look at another instrument. Let's go for, okay, let's go for wheat. We'll look at wheat, then we'll look at another instrument. Let's go for wheat. Let's go for wheat, okay? I'm on wheat now. So if you look at the price of wheat for a while, price of wheat has been dropping. And you see, I've marked out this zone for a while now, you understand? So now, this is the new point the price got to. Then he reversed back to the upside, you understand? And yes, he actually gave a signal that he wanted to go to the upside. So what are we expecting now? Are we expecting it? I'm expecting it to break above this point successfully. And once it breaks above this point successfully, then I'll go for that bullish move on wheat. I'll go for that bullish move. But unless that is done, please wait for it. Let it fulfill that requirement. Let it break into this zone successfully. Once it breaks into this zone successfully, then we can go for that bullish move. Yes. So that's my bias on wheat. So it's time to look out for indices. Indices. Let's look at indices. Let's look at indices. Okay. So we'll go for US 30 first. Let's look at US 30 first. These are the US index. And looking at what we are saying now, price of the market has been going up. And yes, on indices, basically, I expect more of buy, like I've said, times of our number. If you look at it, even on the higher time frame, let me zoom out so you see it. You discover that price has always gone up. You understand? So best in best, I will always talk about this is always look out for a buy position, depending. That's my own bias when it comes to indices. You understand? Always look out for a buy trend, a buy opportunity. That's my take on it. So going back to H1 now, price did a push down for a while. After that, it's reversed back and it's going up. So what are we waiting for now? Price has gotten to a new zone here. This is on my 1 hour time frame now, and you're seeing that price is struggling here. So even if you want to buy, we should expect that price is going to pull back a little. You understand? So let's hold on for price to push back a little. Then we'll look out for that bullish opportunity and we take it. Okay. So based on what I'm saying now, we could have price reversing back down to around this point. So we could say around this section that has been marked out for us. Around this section here, we could go for that bullish move. If price should drop into this point, we could look for that bullish move. Or price could drop back to this particular position here. And around this position, this will be a very good position for us to go for that bullish move. Yes, around this point here. If price drops back into this zone, this is a strong zone for us to go for that bullish move. You understand? One of the things is once you see price going up for a while, you understand, there will always be reversal. You understand? That reversal is to gather momentum to push either to the upside or downside, depending on the trend. So we could have price coming back into this particular zone that's been marked out. So if price comes to this point, as far as it's unable to break below this particular section that's given to us, we should expect price to push back to the upside. That's on US 30. You understand? I'm still expecting a bullish move. You understand? And price could still continue moving up. Even at this zone, it could break above it. Then after breaking above this section, this is another situation that we might have on the chart. Price could break above this point. Then after breaking above this point, we know currently is a resistance. You understand? If it breaks above it, it becomes a support. Then price could just do a retest on this zone, which is the new support. And as far as it's unable to break down, it continues moving up. You get? So that's that on US 30. Let's look at US 100. US 100 too is giving us the same vibe. That's on tech, US techs and everything. So for US tech, I'm expecting a bullish move, a strong bullish move. So the pullback here might just be minor too, you understand? But I'm expecting a strong bullish move on the US tech. You could have price coming back down a little to this point, then a reversal back to the upside. You understand? A reversal back to the upside. Okay, so that's that on US 100. All right, so let's move to US 500. Okay, so for the US index, generally, all of them, they are giving us the same vibe. And if you look at it, they've all been moving on the same, they've been moving in the same direction. So both US 500, US 2000, okay, except for US 2000, I'm saying that, okay, yes, the movement is a little bit different, but yes, it's still the same bullish, you understand? I'm still expecting that all of them, they are going to push up, you understand? All of them, they are going to push up. If you look at it, US 30 on candle zero, is a little, is showing that bearish. 100 is trying to show the bearish too. 500 bearish, but on 2000 you're seeing that bullish candle. You understand? So it's just the same thing. Just that they will react to the market separately to some extent because they are all at different companies. But yes, I'm expecting a bullish move on all of them. All of them, I'm expecting a bullish move. Yes. So my buyers on US 30, US 100, US 500, and US 2000 is what? Bullish. So let's just look out for that buy opportunity. Then we strike once we take it. You understand? Just like we have the market here. Can you see when we talk about a ranging zone? Look at when the market ranged here. You saw it broke out, gave us that bearish move. And for those that taking that little opportunity to sell, yes, it would have given them profit. And after that, the bullish move pushed to the upside. So successfully, let's just hold on and wait for that little reversal. Once we get that little reversal, we can now follow that and take the bullish move. Okay. So that's that for that. Now I'll give us the opportunity to come to the chart sections. Just drop your instrument that you want me to look at. Let's do one or two analysis on it. So I'm looking at the chart now. Okay, a PEMSCI, I can see you've dropped it down there that we should look at Euro JPY. So all right, so I'll look at Euro JPY now. If you have any instrument you want me to look at, please just come to the chart section, drop it there for me to see. Yes, Francis Eneche, I can see you raising your hand. Please come to the chat section, drop it there for me. Drop it there for me. Let's see it. If you have any question, just drop the question there for me. So I'm starting right away. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. So let's look at that. Euro JPY. I'm on it. Okay. Euro JPY. Okay, fine. Right, I'm coming. So based on what we're seeing now, we can see that price of Euro JPY has actually moved just between these 2 points, this particular zone where it is now. This is a supply zone and this is a demand zone. Currently, price is within the supply zone, is inside that point. So what are we expecting from price? I'm expecting price to push down. You understand? As far as price is still within this zone, I'm expecting price to respect it. But if price is able to break above it, you understand? Another point for us to look at is this other point above. You understand? That's this point above, which you're seeing that is shaded in this purple color. So price could get into this particular point here. And once price gets to this point, it is still expected for price to what? Reverse back down. We can see the last time price got there, price reversed back to the downside. You understand? So is price going to get there? We don't know. But yes, let's hold on and see. If price closes within this particular zone now, I'm expecting that the move is going to be bearish. But remember, we had a news that came out on euros, which is bullish, and that's what we're saying. And JPY as of this morning too is also giving us is a weak signal based on what we saw on the currency strength meter. And currency strength meter has actually respected that point. Even the news too, the market has moved in favor of the news, came out bullish for euros. So, and that's what we are saying. And basically, yes, I expect it to end bullish here now. So the only bias I have here is if it's able to break above this particular zone successfully now, we're looking at it to come up to this point. You understand? So if it's unable to happen that way, then we will have that reversal movement. But as of now, the move is bullish. It's still pushing up. So let's wait and see. Is it coming up to this point? Once it gets to this point, and as far as able, it's still within that zone, closes within that zone, I'm expecting it to what? To drop, except it breaks above that zone. That's when we'll have a different move. That's that on Euro JPY, right? Okay, so we'll look at the next instrument now. Brown Akinola, you said AUD card and coffee. All right, so look at AUD card, then we'll look at coffee too. All right, AUD card, then coffee. Let's go. AUD card. All right, AUD card. On AUD card now, I'm looking at what we're based on what we are seeing on AUD card. AUD card is ranging. Yes, AUD card is ranging. So let's hold on for it to break above or below any of these two zones. This is 0.1. And this is 0.2. Yes, AUD card is just between these 2 points now as of this morning. So let's hold on for it and see. Is it going to break above it successfully? If it breaks above it successfully, then we can be looking out for that bullish move. But if that does not happen, if the reverse is the case and it comes down, closes below, we're expecting a bearish move. That's that. Then for coffee, let's go to coffee. I need to give us this explanation. For you that want to trade on coffee, please kindly note that you need to have a huge sum, a good sum in your account. You understand? Yes, because coffee is also one volatile instrument. That is one. It's a volatile instrument. That's one. Then two, coffee is under the agro commodities, you understand? And if you want to trade coffee, some of the things that affect coffee is weather, climate, you understand? That's one. Look out for the country that produces coffee the most, you understand? And the country that produces coffee the most is Brazil. And if you look at it for a while now, price of coffee has been dropping. It's been dropping. And now it has gotten to that particular point based on what we're seeing. We're seeing it what? Ranging. So let's hold on for it. Yes, this is 0.1, and I'm giving us the second point, which is here. So can we see price has just been within these 2 points? It's just been within this point. So I, for one, I would still say I'm expecting the price of oil to, price of coffee to still what? To still drop. Yes, I'm still going to say I'm expecting the price of coffee to what? To drop. But before that is done, let's wait for it to break below this point. You understand? But currently it's ranging. So it might peak its direction, but let's hold on and see what it wants to do. Is it going to close below it or above it? That's what we're waiting to see. You understand? So let's hold on and see. But based on my bias, I'll be looking out for a bearish move. You understand? I'll still be looking out for a bearish move. That's that on coffee. Okay, let's look at the next instrument here. DE30. All right. BGV, you're saying DE30. All right, let's look at DE30. DE30 is the German stocks. DE30, German stocks. Yes, with us, German stocks. So yes, we're on DE30 now. Remain out for us to see. And based on what we're saying, price has gotten to a zone here. Okay, so the last time price got to this particular section, price dropped. And now price is at that same section because you look at it, that last time we were having a downward trend, right? We were having a downward trend based on what we're seeing. Now, if you look at it, we're having that downward trend. Let's see if I can draw it from this point. No. I'm coming. I'm coming to see from this point, price actually. Stay with us, please. Okay. So if I'm going to look at it, price actually came down from this particular section. It's just been dropping and broke up. You understand? So broke this particular zone, the structure there broken. Now it has gotten into this particular section back. As far as price is unable to break above this point, we should expect that price could break down below. You understand? So this is it. If price is able to close above this section successfully, then we should expect a bullish move. But if reversal is the case, price is not going to go up, it's going to come down. So let's look out, let's watch out and see. Is it going to break above it? If it breaks above it, then we'll go for that bullish move. We go for that bullish move. Okay, so that's that on DE 30. Okay, so the next instrument we're looking at is AUD-JPY. AUD-JPY. Let's look at AUD-JPY. 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 All right. AUD-JPY now. Monit. Okay. Yes. So looking at it, you discover that price of AUD-JPY got into this supply zone and respected it. Can you see? As far as it ended inside the zone and price rejected, came back down. You understand? Now on candle zero, you even discover that price has even gone into that point and it got rejected. So what are we expecting? Are we expecting a bullish or a bearish move? Bullish or bearish? We're expecting price to what? To come down. That's my own take. I'm expecting price on AUD-JPY to come down, you understand? Except otherwise. But as far as it's still unable to break above this zone, we should expect it to drop. You understand? Even though if you're looking at it, it's giving us that fainted bullish trend based on what we're saying. Let's see. Let me zoom out a little. Can you see? It's just giving us that fainted a little. Let's see from this point. Let's see. Can you see? It's giving us that little slight bullish move, you understand? But for now, we expect a little bearish move. It could come down and expect this zone or even get to the trend before reversing back to the upside. So AUD-JPY, my precision will be bearish on that. All right. Okay. So Precious XXX is saying, please, is USD-CHF going to buy? I don't know whether it's going to buy or not. But one thing I know for sure is this. Let's look at the chart. We've done that before. Is it going to buy? Based on what we discussed, Precious, we said the market is currently ranging. Hold on for it to break out of any of the two zones we're seeing, either to the upside or downside. So if you're asking me to know if it's going to buy, seriously, I don't know. I'm not a soothsayer. You understand? What we need to do is to what? Wait, hold on for the market to give us a direction. If the market does not give you a direction, you won't know. It's just like you fetching water and dropping it in front of me and asking if I'm going to drink. You don't know yet. As far as I'm not thirsty, I won't drink. And even if I'm not thirsty, I can still decide to drink it. But until you see me picking the cup and pressing the cup in my mouth, that's when you know that, yes, I'm drinking the water. You understand? So the same way it is until price goes to a particular direction and breaks above that direction or below that direction, that's when we'll know the direction. So knowing where the market is going, nobody knows. I can't say this is the exact direction the market is going. You get that, Precious? So that's that on USD-CHF. Market is ranging. So let's hold on for the market to break out. You can see it based on the position from your end. You can see it on my screen here. You understand? So let's hold on and see what the market is going to say. Yes. So for those that raised their hands, please, like I said, kindly come to the chat section. Francis Eneche, you didn't drop anything for me to see on the chat section. Okay. All right. I'm seeing. All right. Immaculate, you're saying Please, sir, after the ranging movement of USD/JPY, where is the likely direction? Directional bias. I don't know until it breaks outside that zone. You see, one of the things I want us to understand is this. Nobody knows the direction of the market until it gives you a direction. You don't know where the market is going to go until it gives you that direction. Currently, it's still ranging. It's yet to give us that direction. Now on candle zero, it's giving us the bullish candle, right? Let's hold on for it to break above the direction space. Let me mark it out for us to see. That's what is going to help us out to see. This one, and this is 2. Okay? Let me make it, shouldn't be too tight. This one, this 2. So let's hold on for it to give us that direction first before we can pick it. But if I'm telling you that it's going to go up, what if it goes down? You understand? So let's hold on and see. Let it give us a clear cut. I won't say because it's coming up now or the candle on 09 is bullish, it's going to go up. No. Let it give us that clear cut, then we can follow it. You understand? So that's that on USD/JPY. Engineer Izu, please drop your chat. You're just doing hi. Hello to you. Please drop your question for me. We just have 3 minutes or 2 minutes and some seconds. Yes. So Francis Eneche, you're not saying anything, no? Yeah? Let me hear you. It's like you don't want to drop the chat. Speak out. Let me hear you. Francis Eneche, are you there? Okay, it's like Francis Eneche is not there, so no problem. We'll move to the next one then. On the chat, okay. I'm with us. Okay, so BGV, you dropped D30 and I've responded to that. Olariwaju Benga, you're saying I should drop my number. I should drop my number. You need my number. Okay, so all right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you my official line, please. Don't call me. Don't call me. All I just need you to do is what? Is chat me. Don't call me on that line. All I need you to do is chat me on that particular line. You understand? Chat me on WhatsApp. Chat me on WhatsApp, please. That's all I need. So the number, I'll call it out. I'll drop it on the chat section for everyone to see. But please just drop message for me there. Just drop a message for me. Don't call me. If you call me, I might not pick it because I might have 1 or 2 things I'm doing. So yes, that's that. So the number is 091 210 946 18. 091 210 946 18. So I've dropped it on the chat for us to see. You can pick it there. Just chat me up on WhatsApp. Thank you. And okay, please too. Anyway, no problem. I've dropped it. But please, no calls. No calls. Please, nobody should call me in the middle of the night too. Thank you. Just drop message. Once I see it on WhatsApp, I will respond. Adeyemi Olalekan, you're saying wheat. Wheat. All right. Let's look at wheat. I think I've done that before. So we'll look at wheat, and that will be the last instrument I'm going to be checking for today. That will be the last instrument I'm going to be checking for today. Wheat. Okay. Yes, that will be the last instrument I'm going to be checking today. All right, wheat. Wheat, wow. Just like we're saying, I was giving us my own bias. I said I expect it to move above this particular section, and it has done that. So I, for one, I'll be going for the bullish move on wheat. I'll go for the bullish move on wheat. That's my bias. And in fact, it has started 9, which is 9. New candle is already building, yes. So we could have a retest to that particular zone it just broke now. You understand? But all in all, my own bias on wheat is bullish. Thank you very much. I hope we have a lovely weekend ahead. Yes, we have a lovely weekend ahead. So please do not forget that today is Friday. The market is closing by 10. So for risk management, yes, for you that you know that you don't have a huge sum, you know that your strength is for scalping, please stay for scalping. Don't go beyond scalping. You understand? Since your strength is scalping, stay there. And for those that have the money for position trade, you've done your analysis and it has shown you that, yes, price is going up. Yeah, you can stay with it and move on well. So do have a lovely weekend. Bye for now. See you same time next week.